Good morning and welcome to Inside Cottonwood. I am Ron Corbin, the Cottonwood City Manager, and we have another edition. And today we are lucky. We have a couple wonderful community members that are going to be talking to us. We have Ruth Ellen Alinsky, who is a business analyst with the Small Business Development Center, and Jeri Denniston, who's the director of the Small Business Development Center at Yavapai College. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining. And today's topic is very little about the city government and more about what the community has to offer. So I got a few questions. Recently, we have closed down the Business Assistance Center for the city. Mm-hmm. It's been with us for a little while. And part of that is the City Council's strategic initiatives for me to consolidate our budget. And one of the things that we have been doing is looking at duplicative services. And we felt like the BAC was already being offered in the community and being done very well. And so we felt like we could concentrate on other things. So who are we duplicating or trying to duplicate? We were trying to duplicate the Small Business Development Center. So let's start with that. What is the Small Business Development Center at Yavapai College?
It's one of a network of 10 centers in the state of Arizona. We're funded by the Small Business Administration and Yavapai College. So okay. All of our services are free to the community, free to the business owners and the entrepreneurs that we work with. I mean, free, but your tax dollars have paid for our services.
Right, but that's just amazing. I mean, because when you think of college, you think of tuition and you talk about fees and those kinds of things. So this is a free service for the person coming in that needs assistance or the business that needs help. Free.
Exactly,
wow.
And we help entrepreneurs start their business.
Okay.
We also help small business owners who've been in business for a while. We help them grow. We help them look at growth strategies, HR issues, financial issues, and even transition exiting their business.
Right.
All aspects of running a business from start to finish.
You know, people who are trying to start a business, they have a great idea and they're really good at something or have a passion for something. And then all that stuff gets in the way, the HR, the financing, the administration of it, paying the bills and those kinds of things. So you say you can help with those things? What kinds of things can you help with?
Well, we have a team of 5 of us.
5?
3 part-time people over in the Quad Cities area.
Okay.
Ruth Ellen's our full-time business analyst here in the Verde Valley. And that's all of Verde Valley from Clarkdale to Camp Verde and even Rimrock.
Wow.
So
big area.
Big area, and she's in Camp Verde once a week and in Sedona once a week, and her office is on the Yavapai College Verde Valley campus in Clarkdale.
Okay.
So the services, because we have a variety of expertise, from financial to QuickBooks training to marketing to management issues to understanding HR. We put on workshops and training. We also we do help businesses with government contracting if they want to register as a woman-owned business or a minority-owned business, or register for government contracting on the SAM database, or get a DUNS number, HubZone, veteran-owned business. All of that.
Spinning already. Wow, that is a lot of stuff, and you guys do that very well, I hear. So, what is a common question that you might get from a new business? Let's start with the startup. So if I have an idea, what kinds of questions do you usually get, Ruth Ellen? What do people come in needing to know?
Well, I think one of the things that Jeri didn't mention is that we have this really great tool. It's a business plan writing tool, and we give clients access to that tool for up to 3 months at no cost to help them write their business plan. So a lot of people come in, they have this idea.
Right.
They need financing, but they have no actual plan on paper. So this tool helps guide them through the process, and we walk them through that process too, to write a full business plan, make projections on their financing, and then prepare them for a loan application or opening their doors or whatever that looks like. So.
Well, that's pretty interesting. So again, free access for 3 months to a business plan. And I don't know many lenders who would lend to someone without
Correct.
a business plan.
That is correct.
You know, there's a great opportunities in the community. Vivi Rio does loans. I'm assuming banks do loans, but they all need a business plan. So
that's the other really great benefit to working with us. us is that we not only have connections with local banks and lenders, but also non-traditional lenders. So if you feel like you're not bankable, you're like,
Okay.
I have something in my record, there's no way I'm going to be able to get a loan, we actually can, again, help you get the business plan ready, make projections, and then get you access to non-traditional lending opportunities in the community, which would also be VV Rio, which is the Verde Valley Regional Economic Organization. They have a microloan program. And there's other microloan programs in the area, including SETI, which is the Sustainable Economic Development Initiative. So whether you need $500 or $300,000, there are options for you.
Or
Right
even
here.
$1 million.
Or even $1 million.
Even $1 million.
Wow. So who thought, or who would have thunk, to sound like I am from where I am, Arkansas. Love you, Arkansas. Shout out. That we have that kind of money available here. This isn't LA or San Francisco. This is the Verde Valley. And,
Right.
and if you have an idea and a drive, there's opportunity for you.
And if you have a good
Definitely.
plan.
And you have a good plan.
You have to have a really good plan, solid plan. That's what we do.
Yeah, when you talk about free plan, I go back to my degree, and my class was a $1,500 class to learn how to write a business plan. If I'd have only known that I could have come up to you guys and learned how to do it for free, that's just exciting. So. The common question, how do I get started? How do I get a loan? You can help them write a business plan. You can help them connect them to lenders and get started. Well, that's exciting. Well, in addition to startups, I think we talked about, you mentioned it, if I already have a business, you offer services.
Right, because the SBA guidelines define what a small business is.
Okay.
And according to the SBA, it all depends on the industry you're in, but it could be $100 million in revenue, and it could be 500 employees.
Wow.
So they usually put a cap. There's a whole list online of the type of industry and what the caps are, and rarely is it employees and revenue. It's one or the other. So, and some industries is kind of strange. They'll cap it at $30 million, but and 100 employees. But others, they'll say, oh, you can have 500 employees, and there's no cap on revenue.
Wow.
So we just need to, when we look at the industry, we just go to those guidelines and say, yeah, if you think about that, that's like everybody in the Verde Valley.
Right.
Everybody in Yavapai County except the government,
Right.
which we can't work with, and
We're hard to work with anyway. So.
and nonprofits whom we can't work with.
Right.
They have to be for-profit businesses.
Right. People who want to learn how to make a dime and support themselves, or that idea they've always wanted. Lots of opportunities. I always think of Old Town, and we've got some vacant buildings down there
Yes.
that I would just love for people to start a small business in and help them grow. So when we get back, I think we're almost ready for a break. I think you hinted to me earlier that there's a big announcement that we might be first to hear about.
Yes.
All right. So when we come back, we'll find out what that announcement is. And again, we have Ruth Ellen Alinsky and Jeri Denison from the Small Business Development Center at Yavapai College.
Attention Cottonwood residents. If you've been a Cottonwood resident for a year or more and are at least 18 years old, you could run for the Cottonwood City Council. The Cottonwood City Council makes policy decisions and is empowered to enact ordinances and policies to protect citizens' rights in the city of Cottonwood. In the 2020 election cycle, the citizens of Cottonwood will elect a mayor and 4 council members. If you want to be a part of the Cottonwood City Council, now is the time to contact the Cottonwood City Clerk's office for more information. Qualified electors can run for mayor or council seats, and all forms and petitions are due by April 6, 2020. Contact the Cottonwood City Clerk today at 928-340-2727. The City of Cottonwood, inspiring a vibrant community.
Well, welcome back to this edition of Inside Cottonwood. I am Ron Corbin, Cottonwood City Manager. And today we're fortunate enough to have Ruth Ellen Alinsky, who I know, but I have to look down and read her name every single time. I don't know what that's about. Our business analyst at the Small Business Development Center, and then Jeri Denison, the director there at Yavapai College. So welcome back.
Thank you.
So when we left for break, we were talking about this big announcement, and it is the Success Award. So
Right.
you want to announce the winner?
Yes, absolutely. We have every year, Each center in the state nominates an entrepreneur, a business they've been working with, that has shown tremendous growth over the course of that year. And so we're coming up, March 25th is when we hold the Success Awards down at the Capitol building in Phoenix. And the award winner for our center this year is Laser Girl Skincare.
Oh, very nice.
She owns Laser Girl Skincare. It's a woman-owned business. She's started in Sedona. She's expanded into Prescott as well. And she is on the cusp of beginning to franchise the concept.
Wow,
So
that's
great.
exciting. Well, congratulations. What was her name again?
It's Anita Marcus.
Anita
and
Marcus.
The
Well,
business
congratulations.
is Laser Girl Skincare.
Laser Girl Skincare. Now, we don't do free advertisement, but we're announcing the award that
Right.
Laser
Girl Skincare.
just won. So
Yes.
congratulations there. So that's exciting that you're recognizing those people who are making a difference and following their dreams and making it on their own. And because of your guys' support, people are able to do that.
Right.
So she's, you said, a woman-owned business.
She's a woman-owned business.
I'm assuming there are other groups of categories that have either special funding or resources. Can you talk about any of those?
Yes, we have a formal relationship with the Arizona Commerce Authority, and this is a statewide relationship that the state network negotiated with Arizona Commerce Authority that makes it possible for us to now add those tools that the Arizona Commerce Authority has and bring them to the rural communities. So that it just expands the tool chest basically that we have, resources in terms of grants and other connections that the ACA can bring for businesses, probably more applicable for businesses that are expanding versus the startups.
No, I've worked with the ACA before, and they are wonderful to work with, and I know that our governor has put some extra resources to the ACA, the Arizona Commerce Authority this year. I've seen them help with infrastructure grants so that a business could build in a place that maybe they wouldn't have been able to build without those grants. You're right, the expansion where they're adding jobs to a community, and good jobs, not entry-level jobs, but they have to be above the median wage usually to get the grant. So a great program the state offers, and I'm glad you guys have access to that so that it can help our businesses.
Right.
So veterans.
Yes.
We have some council members who veterans are dear and near to their heart, and so it's a priority for the city of Cottonwood. So what kind of services do you guys offer to veterans?
It's the same kind of services that we offer to any entrepreneur. It's just that the nice thing about a veteran-owned business, if it's a registered veteran-owned business, then the federal government has what they call set-asides. And so there's special favoritism given to veteran-owned businesses as a priority for government contracts. So if you're and you think about a government contract, it could be landscaping, right? It could be any kind security.
We have
think about any kind of service any business needs.
Right.
The government needs that as well.
Yep.
So we're talking local school districts. We're talking city, county, federal, all of those. Anything that is a government entity or a business that contracts to the government and hires subcontractors.
Right.
And the other opportunity is there are corporations that don't work with the government, but they have in their values and in their policy to first reach out to veteran-owned businesses or minority or woman-owned businesses when they send bids out.
Oh.
And so by getting on the government contract rolls, you have to have a DUNS number and get into this SAM database, which is System of Awards Management.
Okay.
Once you're on that database, then that's where those companies go and look for potential organizations, businesses that they can offer on a contract to.
That sounds like I have an idea, I'm a veteran, I create a business, and you guys can help me get a leg up.
Yes.
You can help me get started in whatever it is I want to do.
Right.
Well, that's just exciting. So one of the things that I'm curious about is, do you have any success stories? Do you have anything any group that you're extra proud of here in the Valley or in your business that you've helped them grow or be successful?
Do you want to talk about the winery?
We like wine. We do like,
We do
like
love
to
wine.
drink. I mean, wine, sorry.
Rio Claro
Rio Claro.
Winery out in Camp Verde.
Okay.
That's one. They are a Success Award winner.
Okay.
That was from last year, actually, or 2017.
I think it was the year before me.
Yeah,
so-
2017.
2017.
2017. So they've done, they've actually gotten some innovation grants too because they've installed solar. They've built out their tasting room. And they hire, the college has the viniculture
It does.
program, and
Very good
they
program.
hire students from that viticulture program as interns to work in their grape fields, and they're also expanding into beer, I think.
I heard that from the college. I didn't know if that was out yet or not, but I did hear a rumor that they were
and
thinking
Rio
about getting
Claro is doing that and putting in
Awesome.
hops, and what they've done is create a solar panel array over, I think, their tasting room. So that's an Arizona Commerce Authority grant, right, for green, what's it called? Help me with-
Sustainability?
Sustainability.
Yes.
So, so those kinds of grants are available too to apply for.
Well, this is awesome. This is Arizona taking care of Arizona,
Right.
Helping our businesses be successful. And it's funny that you would mention wine because that happens to be our theme, Arizona, the heart of Arizona wine country. Love that there. So anything we can do to help that grow, and I know that there are some expansions going on, considerations for beer, and I know the college is looking at that. And so let's talk about the college for just a quick minute before we go to break again. Dr. Ryan, your new president, I've met her. She's been on board about a year now. Wonderful lady. Seems like a go-getter, someone who wants to get things done. So what else does the school have going on right now that you might want to brag about or talk about? Anything in particular?
Well, I think the culture change that she's instituting. She is putting every employee through a program called Outward Mindset.
Okay.
And that's at the expense of the college. But the whole focus is that the college is part of a community, and the role of every individual working at the college is to be thinking outwardly and supporting the community. So you may be a faculty member teaching mathematics, but how does your course actually impact the wider community? And so everyone, we're all connected, right? We're all
Right.
part of this larger community.
Right.
And that's the culture change that's going on at Yavapai College, which is just permeating all the way from the top all the way down. And so that's, I think, an exciting change that we're seeing that's going to take several years to roll out. But we'll see some changes in how the college is becoming more and more part of the fabric of Yavapai County and the communities that it serves.
Well, in the year she's been here, I've noticed that. Again, I've only been here a little over a year, so I don't have a lot of history, but she's joined committees and organizations on this side of the mountain.
Right.
And I think that nowhere but upward for the school and the relationship to all the communities on this side. So we're very excited about that. All right, I think it's time for another break. So we'll go to break and then we'll come back and we'll talk some more about the direct services that you offer and what kind of help small businesses can get here in the Verde Valley. So we'll be right back.
This is Bruce Morrow, Transportation Manager for Cottonwood Area Transit. Remember, we cover the entire Verde Valley and Sedona. Cottonwood Area Transit has you covered wherever you want to ride in the Verde Valley, all day, every day. Take Cottonwood Area Transit through Clarkdale, Verde Village, and from 26 locations in Cottonwood. With Verde Links, it's a quick and easy trip to Sedona every day. Don't forget our connectors to Camp Verde. Visit cottonwoodaz.gov for Cottonwood Area Transit and take a seat. Let's go ride.
There are people who struggle with addiction and homelessness. Sometimes it may feel like there is nothing we can do to help.
But there is. You can make a tax-deductible donation and help those in need transition away from homelessness.
When you give someone a handout, you could actually be supporting an addiction.
A better life starts with better health, especially for those living in the streets.
Support solutions, not addictions. You can make a difference. Visit cottonwoodcares.org.
Welcome back to this edition of Inside Cottonwood. I am Ron Corbin, your Cottonwood City Manager, and we have Ruth Ellen Alinsky. I didn't look down this time. I'm so impressed. Sorry, inside joke. I'm not made for TV, so I apologize. But you work at the Small Business Development Center there at Yavapai College,
Correct.
and we have Jeri Denniston, the Director of Small Business Development Center at Yavapai College. So welcome back, ladies.
Thank you.
So let's talk a little bit about the services you offer. We talked about a business plan. What other kinds of direct things can I get help with at the college there? Clarkdale campus, so right up the road. Okay, well, what other kinds of services can I get?
So what's really great is we have a really dynamic team. We've got a 5-member team, and we all have kind of a different set of skills and experience behind us, which allows us the opportunity to provide a wide range of services and I guess past experience to whoever we're working with. So what's really great about that is you won't necessarily just be working with one person.
Right.
We kind of all work together to make sure you're getting all of the resources and tools that you need to be successful.
So I'm not very good at marketing. I have no artistic talent. Do you guys offer any marketing assistance?
Right. So one of the big things would be putting together a marketing plan. So who is your target market, and identifying those people that either want your service or product or need that service or product, and how do you reach them? So we would work with you to put together a plan, step-by-step plan on how to reach that target market.
Yeah, not everybody does everything the same. I read a newspaper, but there's a lot of people that don't pick up newspapers anymore. So.
Correct. Another really great resource is a lot of people come in and they're like, my accounting is a mess. This is a very common problem. You know, people are really good at making the product or getting it displayed correctly or connecting with people. They may have really great customer service skills, but they really lack on their behind the scenes financial tracking or their accounting. And so we work with a lot of clients on getting them organized. We have somebody on the team who is QuickBooks certified, so they can work with you to make sure that you're all categorized and organized on the back end. We also have a really great resource list of other B2B services. So we can send you out some recommendations for accounting or CPAs or bookkeepers in the area. We'd like to promote our other local business services to get you in contact with the right person. So a lot of times we might send you a list and say, you know, it has to be a good fit, especially for an accountant. So we like to give you some options, and then you can kind of plug through and find the right person for you and fit your needs. So accounting is a big one. And then also looking at cash flow. So a lot of people may say, I have a P&L, I have a profit and loss, I have a balance sheet, but I have no idea what my cash flow looks like. And that's actually sometimes more important to know when you have more money and when you need to when you have less. So
that's even important for government, because people think we have money year round, but you know, tax certain taxes come in certain times of the year, certain seasons are busier than others, so it's very important to
and quite frankly, it can just be really overwhelming when you're wearing so many hats as a small business owner, and you're doing the marketing, and you're in charge of customer service, and you're managing people, and the accounting thing sometimes gets put on the back burner because we don't like it, and we don't want to look at it, we don't want to think about it, and then we get behind, and it takes a little work to get back up to speed.
Wow, that it's just so exciting to know that we have this kind of access to this kind of help in our Verde Valley in the community. So we've talked about what you guys do. Do you guys measure impact? Do you guys know what kind of impact you're having in the community?
Sure. So part of the no-cost relationship that we offer to clients is that we do collect data from our clients. This is completely confidential. So any client-counselor relationship is completely confidential. We don't share your information with anyone, but from time to time we collect information from you, and that could include new jobs that you may have created, any sales increase over time. It can also include if you've obtained a loan or any cash injection that you've actually put into your business. So what that looks like is maybe you say, well, I got my, if you're a startup, I got my LLC, I put in $2,000 to purchase new product, and I put a down payment on a rental property or something like that, your first and last month's rent.
Right.
Well, that's cash injection into the community and into our economy. So we're tracking those things to basically track our work with our clients. And maybe you want to add more to that?
Just that it's information that the SBA requires us to collect,
Okay.
because they're funding us,
Mm-hmm.
so they want to see what we're doing with that money, and that information is just raw numbers that
Right.
gets reported back to the SBA. So it's new jobs that are created, it's jobs that have been retained as a result of working with the SBDC, sales increase, as Ruth Ellen was saying, and what we call capital, but it's owner investment in their business and or loans. And those are the primary areas that we track. We track it for the all of Yavapai County, and we have specific goals that the
Right.
SBA in Washington, D.C. arbitrarily set for us. We didn't get a choice. It's just
I love that word, arbitrary.
I know. You, as a state network, are now going to produce $132 million worth of capital in 2020.
Wow.
As an example.
Right.
And so then the directors get together and say, how are we going to divvy that up? What are you committing to? And what is Yavapai committing to
Right.
that you think working with your businesses you can actually produce?
I think what's great about it too, though, is it keeps us accountable as a center, but we also want our clients to be accountable. So when they come in, they explain their challenges, they explain where they're doing really well, where they may need support, and we send them home with a list of to-dos and homework and say, okay, we're going to meet in 2 weeks, this is what you're responsible for, and then when they come back, then we record that progress.
Awesome.
So it's actually a really great way for business owners to stay on track and reach those goals that sometimes they say they see them, but they don't really know how to get there.
Right. It's helping someone up instead of doing it for them or watching them fail and then having to, we talk about government spending and these kinds of programs have sustainability all over them. You're not just helping someone through a crisis or the moment or creating dependency, you're helping them be successful. There's a presidency, pull it by the bootstraps kind of thing. You're helping people get off the ground so that they can take care of themselves. That is just so exciting that we have those tools available to us here in little Cottonwood, which I love. So before we wrap up, and if you don't know anything about interviewing, you try to know what you're going to ask and know the answers, but I always save a surprise. And so my surprise question is, the city has a motto that says, inspiring a vibrant community. So take just a second and tell me what you think the college or the center does to help inspire our vibrant community that we live in and enjoy so much.
Well, what comes to mind for me is that, and I say this a lot actually now that we're out kind of connecting in the community, is that I think that SBDC is really the most underutilized, or one of the most underutilized resources in our community. We have an exceptional team of people with a lot of skills and experience that can only support economic growth and sustainability here. And when I think about, inspiring a vibrant community, I think about having a resource where people actually respond and have really good tools and resources to share. And that's what we're providing here, is just an opportunity for you, if you're willing to be coached. Part of this is the client's willingness and ability to be coachable, to move you in the direction that you want to go and move you forward with your business.
Yeah, business owners are the best at their business, but you're the best at all the other stuff to make them successful. It's only half the equation doing what you do. You have to do all that other stuff. So I agree. It's a great resource, underutilized. Maybe after this show, it'll be more utilized,
Yes,
we hope.
that's right.
Did you want to add anything about our vibrant community?
Just that I think vibrancy also includes expansion, right? Helping businesses expand and grow, because that helps to improve the quality of life in the community. And so that's really an area that we want to focus on as well.
Yeah, those businesses are employing our neighbors and the people who live and work here. And I was laughed at because I'm a little bit of an optimistic at one time, but I believe you should be able to live, play, and work all in the same community. And I think Cottonwood is the place where that can happen. So thank you, ladies, for joining me here today. This wraps up another edition of Inside Cottonwood. I'm Ron Corbin, Cottonwood City Manager.